Good morning, everybody. We're working on the chute again today. Trying to do some finishing touches and try and get everything wrapped up today if we can. We might be a little pressed to do that, but we'll see what we can get done. All right, we're gonna do some work on the chute again in the diverter. We're gonna try and finish drilling some holes on the diverter gate today, get that hung, see if we can get the latch on for the stop gate in the chute for the scale. We'll feed the cows in. Yeah, running a little low on feed today. We'll have to stop and pick up some more. But they don't live off this feed. Like I say, this feed is nothing more than just to get them coming to me, get them used to coming into the corral, and makes them easier to catch and makes them easier to be around. What we've got here so far, we got done the other day, is we got this one mounted. This is going to be the stop gate, and there's going to be a latch right here on this post, and the other latch has a bar. I've got it in the truck, I'll show you. And it basically, whenever it slams shut, it'll catch. That way when the cows come up and they go to get weighed, they can't back up. They've got to stay on the scale. And you just unlatch it, swing it this way. I put on the controls on this side where we're going to be working at in this little alley, so that way everything's ergonomic and easy to work with. You don't have to run all over the place and do 20 different things. So I'm using these hinges, just some, they're technically bolt-on hinges, but I just welded them on. Same with this gate. This is the diverter gate that's going to go on this post, which will be facing this way, and it'll either come to this post or go to that post, depending on whether you want to go up the alley or whether you want them to come out of here to the loadout chute. So we're going to get started on that, drill some holes and try and get some things lined up, and we'll catch back with you. All right, guys, well, we got everything done that we needed to get done. All of the gates are hung, the hinges are welded if they needed to be. Two of them I didn't have the through bolt hinges, I just had the screw ends. So I went ahead and used those, just drilled the hole the same as what I would have anyway, and while I'm out here welding, I just welded them in place. So let's go ahead and check it out, see what we got. So what we're looking at here is, this is the sweep tub that you come out of the catch pen here, and come through here, and right now the gate's closed, so you're going through the chute. This is our little diverter gate that we were talking about. If you slide it over here, it closes off the alley to the chute. This is what would be the loadout chute. So obviously you'd load out to a trailer or just to send them back out in the field, depending on whatever you need to do. So we shut this gate back over here. We can come back through the alley. We walk up, and as the cows walk up, this is just the little catch gate behind of them with a slam latch, and that just makes it to where once they're on the scale, they can't back up. So, and it butts up to the back of the squeeze chute to where you just have to, basically you just stand still, and it makes it a lot easier to weigh them. Beforehand we had them they were running all over the place. And you know, it's not good for us or the cattle whenever they start doing that. They start getting freaked out, looking for ways out, and it doesn't make anything better for anybody. It makes it hard to work them, and it makes it harder on them to stress them out. And we're not in the business of doing that. We want to have as stress-free as possible. So what we have here is just this little pin latch that comes into here, and it just trips it as it goes through, and that's all there is to it. So like I said, over here we just have these hinges that are through and welded, and we're going to come back through and lop all these off and make them flush to where obviously nobody's going to get hurt, us or the cattle. So it was a pretty interesting project, but all in all, it was definitely a fun project. Took a little longer than I expected, but that's okay. It's worth doing right the first time and attempting to make better what we can. And you know, it's not an expensive thing. I didn't have to go out and spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars or thousands to make this happen. Like I said in the last video, this pipe cost me around $150, and all in all, between gas and everything else, grand total, of course not including time, I've probably got maybe $200 wrapped up in this project versus $1,500 to $1,800, and that's just for the diverter box. That's not including the loadout chute itself or the main chute. So we've saved quite a bit of money, and we got to make it exactly how we wanted it. And that's our goal. Is I don't want what everybody else has just because they have it. I want what's going to work best for me in my situation, and most of the time custom that's about the only way. But also we get to spend some time honing some crafts, and that's always great whenever you can work on a skill and get better at it. But one thing I want to look at or point out is these here and in the chute. I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna come back about like right here. Take you back over here, about right here in the middle lengths of each one of these and in the chutes. We're gonna probably put an upright meaning one of these bars. It's just a little extra strength. I mean, all in all, it's a strong system. It's not going anywhere. But you know, if they get on just one of these bars, the load's not shared between the whole system, and I'd much rather have it shared. I've got to work on a way to do it right here, because I made the scale oversized, and I did that on purpose, so that way there's no chance of one of the cows, if they get on here and get to flailing around or just walking, either way, that they don't step like in between the side rails and the scale and go to the ground and wind up breaking a leg or something like that. You know, I'd rather have a little bit of headache working on figuring out how things are going to fit and work around it than an animal get hurt. That's the whole point of, you know, all this building system, is make it as stress-free as possible, just like this. You know, it's a lot less stressful for an animal. As you can see all the way in there into that sweep tub. So if they can see there's an out without having to go through the chute and the squeeze chute, then they can just run free and clear as they want to. But yeah, tell us what you think. I'm not the best welder in the world, it's okay, but like I said, we're out here learning, doing things on our own, and seeing what we can come up with to make things better. And so far everything's come out great. Stay tuned for our next upcoming videos. We're going to be we should be working some cows in the next videos, sending them on through. Got a guy coming to pick up 8 head from me, so, and I believe he's going to deworm them while they're here, while we have access to the squeeze chute. So thank you, bye.